Hello, and welcome to another edition of When in Vietnam. In this episode, we explore the potential and thriving esports scene in Vietnam. Esports here demonstrates that it is more than video games by helping develop a complex digital entertainment ecosystem capable of attracting long-term investors and generating billions of Vietnamese dong. But first, let's meet our host, Micka Chu.
Xin chào tất cả các bạn, mình tên là Micka Chu, mình là MC, người dẫn chương trình tại thành phố Hồ Chí Minh của chúng ta. Micka làm việc trong lĩnh vực giải trí tại thành phố Hồ Chí Minh 6 năm rồi. Và Micka sinh ra ở Nga và lớn lên ở Pháp. Và thật ra sau 6 năm ở Việt Nam, Micka cũng đã trở thành một chút xíu như người Việt Nam. Cái thời gian Covid, Micka đã suy nghĩ, Micka đã tự hỏi rất nhiều câu hỏi. Câu hỏi là mình có muốn sống ở Việt Nam, tương lai của mình có phải ở Việt Nam. Và sau thời gian này thì Micka biết rõ ràng Micka muốn sống ở đây, Micka muốn tiếp tục phát triển bản thân mình, công việc và có những dự án khác nhau nữa. Sau 6 năm ở Việt Nam, Micka đã trở thành một người tốt hơn, giỏi hơn và cái đam mê của mình mạnh hơn. Vì Micka ở Việt Nam, Micka cũng muốn dùng cơ hội của Micka đang ở Việt Nam để phỏng vấn một số người local, tìm hiểu về văn hóa Việt Nam, về cuộc sống ở Việt Nam, về những cơ hội ở Việt Nam. Cho nên Micka cảm thấy cũng rất là tự hào bởi vì Micka giúp người nước ngoài tìm hiểu thêm về Việt Nam.
Make sure to try all the amazing local foods. There's so many dishes, such as the classic banh mi, bún thịt nướng.
What about phở?
Phở.
Đối với Micka có cái suy nghĩ về cuộc sống là nếu là khi mình sống ở một nơi nào đó thì mình phải thích nghi, mình phải chấp nhận. Và mình thích nghi chấp nhận như thế nào? Tất nhiên là khi mình học ngoại ngữ ở đó. Cho nên khi Micka đến Pháp, Micka cố gắng học tiếng Pháp. Và khi Micka đến Việt Nam, Micka bắt đầu học tiếng Việt. Nhưng mà Micka nói thật nhá, Micka chưa bao giờ nghĩ Micka sẽ học tiếng Việt nhiều vậy. Micka đã nghĩ tiếng Việt sẽ dễ giống như tiếng Anh hoặc là tiếng Pháp. Nhưng mà thật ra không. Đấy là một ngoại ngữ cực kỳ challenging, rất là khó vì phát âm, cũng khó về suy nghĩ. Nhưng vì đây là một ngoại ngữ rất là khó học, cũng rất là thú vị. Và mình cảm nghĩ là khi mình bắt đầu đi đường này, đường tiếng Việt, thì mình sẽ có cái cảm giác mình đã thành công rồi. Bởi vì mình đang học một trong những ngoại ngữ khó nhất trên thế giới này. Cho nên bạn ơi, bắt đầu học tiếng Việt đi.
Người hãy quên em đi và đừng yêu em nữa. Nếu anh không còn gì để vương vấn, người hãy quên em đi, đừng cho mong chim nữa.
Esports has already become a massive industry in some countries, with billions of US dollars in global revenue. In Vietnam, even at its early stage of development, the esports scene is rapidly growing. Thanks to a young demographic and the ubiquitous popularity of the internet, Vietnam has great opportunities and potential to develop the esports and video gaming industry. But what is esports? Esports is a form of competitive video gaming with players battling against each other, usually in teams and often in matches, that are live streamed to throngs of young fans.
Esports in general is so exciting right now. Vietnam now has like 20 million casual esports viewers, which is just incredible. It's one of the larger markets in the world.
So we feel like our timing is very good with the interest in esports from all kinds of directions. It's being recognized.
Vietnam is actually like a hub for a lot of growth in various different sectors, and esports is one of them. Really excited to keep watching this space and see how it develops over the coming years.
The positive figures show that esports in Vietnam has a promising future. According to the Ministry of Information and Communications, Vietnam's gaming industry aims to grow its revenue from $600 million to $1 billion in 5 years. In terms of employment, the video game industry's growth is even more impressive. The number of employees working in this industry has increased from 7,000 in 2015 to more than 25,000.
Most people who are under the age of 30 know about. It's a massive business. There are millions and billions of dollars floating around in esports. And as the younger generation grows up, they become more influential.
I think that the gaming community here in Vietnam is just really, really passionate in a way I haven't seen in many other countries.
And that will bring better players as adoption increases.
Esports requires that. It requires talented, smart individuals. I think Vietnam can be a hub, can be a headquarter for esports in the future.
Esports has gained enough momentum to jump further along in its journey. It is steadily creating its own value system in the digital entertainment age that attracts all young people regardless of gender or language. With one of the youngest populations in the region and the highest percentage of adult gamers in the world, Vietnam is catching up with the esports industry as well as becoming an attractive growth market for the gaming industry.
Axie Infinity, it's this ecosystem full of these really cute but kind of fierce creatures called Axies. And you know, Axies can be battled and bred and played with in lots of different ways. We have one of the most engaged player bases I've ever seen in gaming, in Axie Infinity, and we love that, right? We have players in every single country in the world except for North Korea, which we're really, really proud of.
Sky Mavis is a Vietnamese startup developing one of the world's biggest gaming platforms using non-fungible tokens, NFTs. The game lets players own virtual fighting pets or digital land, purchasing them with NFTs. These blockchain-based tokens certify a digital asset as unique and allow the rights to it to be bought, sold, and traded in the same way as a physical asset. In October of 2021, Sky Mavis announced Series B funding of $152 million, valuing the Vietnamese startup at an estimated $3 billion. It is now one of Vietnam's digital game industry's unicorn startups.
We're trying to shift the narrative. We actually believe that play to own is really the future now, where anybody who's playing, they can own their digital assets, right? Imagine playing Pokemon, but you can actually own your Pokemon. That's what we're bringing to the world with Axie. It's really 3 key principles to everything that we do. First, this is built for gamers by gamers. And what that means is that we believe gamers should own all of the assets that they use in-game, 1. 2, we believe gamers should be rewarded for the value that they bring, right? And 3, we believe that any indie studio with a vision should have an ability to distribute that to the world.
According to App Annie, a mobile market data and analytic platform, Vietnam game companies rank 7th in game downloads worldwide. For every 25 games downloaded, 1 was made in Vietnam. The potential of esports is not only about benefiting game distributors or game developers. Behind it is an entire ecosystem, a digital economy that promotes the ongoing development of esports, especially since the pandemic, a golden time for esports and game creators where people's need for digital entertainment at home surged.
I think a lot changed during COVID, during pandemic, right? Before that, I don't know if there were many viewers. I don't know if there were many players. I was recently looking at some statistics, and a large number of people played in their first ever online tournament during lockdown. And an even larger number of people streamed their first ever online tournament or esports event during lockdown. And so people are starting to get a taste for how exciting it is to both participate in and consume, watch esports, right? Sky Mavis is really more than just a games company, and it's really more than just Axie Infinity. We're one of the first Web3 tech companies, and we're so proud that it came out of Saigon, it came out of here in Vietnam, right? Some of the Web3 tech that we've built really is Ronin blockchain. It's our own blockchain. We're in the process of now opening it up so that we will have a number of major game studios deploying their own games, third-party games, brand new IP on Ronin blockchain. From all over the world, they're coming here to Vietnam to work with us. And at the same time, we're also using Ronin blockchain to start to grow the indie studio, independent game studio ecosystem more here, so that other game studios here in Vietnam who have a creation will help them bring it to market.
In recent years, Vietnam has successfully organized numerous international-scale esports tournaments. In 2019, Da Nang City was chosen to hold the Arena of Valor World Cup, AWC. The event attracted 12 top teams from 9 regions competing for a share of a $500,000 prize pool. It was one of the largest prize purses in international esports and similar mobile multiplayer online battle arena games at that point. The Vietnamese team's victory in the AWC helped Vietnam esports make its mark on the world map.
I think Vietnam is one of the best in a couple of games, like Honor of Kings, but you call it Liên Quan Online. I think Vietnam has great potential to be even better, but I think they're in a really good spot right now. Even in the region themselves, they're always a feared region when the players come from Vietnam.
Recently, Axie Week, one of Vietnam's biggest Web3 esports events with a $100,000 prize pool up for grabs, was successfully held in Ho Chi Minh City. Axie Week, meanwhile, saw the conclusion of the E4E Minors, where over 60 hours of tournament play and over 1,500 participants battled it out online to secure a coveted spot. The 4-day event was hosted by Esports for Everyone, E4E, an esports tournament organizer and entertainment company in the Web3 space.
I'm so excited about this event that I actually don't really have the words for it right now. This week has been insane. We've been making content all week, setting up the studio, bringing all the people here. I used to be a player when I was younger. Esports helped me a lot. It helped me grow a lot. So, you know, as I got older and I was no longer able to compete because you're too slow when you get older, I thought, how else could I be involved in esports? How else could I do this? Recently, about 1.5 years ago, we started Esports for Everyone, who's hosting this amazing event here in Saigon right now. It's just been a dream come true. It's absolutely incredible. I'm surrounded by my family.
Don't miss your chance at making history. Axie Minors. Esports for everyone. Win to earn.
Dedication and passion that I've seen from Chief and his team, like putting this one on, has been crazy. Like they're working round the clock for like the last few days to make this event be the best that it can possibly be. So I'm really excited to see like the finished product when we start doing the event on Saturday and Sunday this week.
8 international players, 7 casters and influencers, and hundreds of esports fans came together in Ho Chi Minh City for 2 tournaments. Let's check out the esports athletes. Esports players experience the same physical and mental demand as any athlete. Beyond the physical, there's a second aspect to achieving elite esports fame. Attaining the proper level of mental fitness, focus, wakefulness, reaction time, and clear strategic thinking is crucial. Before the tournaments, the esports athletes focus on training to hone their confidence and be ready for the championship.
Mixed emotions like excited, happy, to be part of the top 8, the best of the best.
I mostly play by myself, like screaming with myself and also to my manager. So for doing that, I'm now feeling a little bit of confident.
The 7 other great players who can all take the tournament, so I expect a very intense weekend. It's gonna be close, it's gonna be fun, and yeah, let's see what happens.
3, 2, 1, stage. Yo, what's up, guys? We are back with one of the most anticipated matchups of the day.
We are in the middle of a game. It's a very critical time because there are only 6 players left to win the big prize. 3 fixed cameras are observing the game, and also 2 commenters are commenting live the game. It's very stressed for everybody. It's very tense, but as you can see, this set is very nice. The players keeping it chill, and I'm super curious to know the outcome of the game.
2 Axie players are competing. 2 casters are commenting live on the battle. Several people are in charge of various tasks to ensure the live streaming goes smoothly. People gather in groups or stream online to keep up to date with the game. After an intense match, there is a break so that the players can rest. And most importantly, we can sneak onto the stage to have a quick chat with one of the players.
Right now, we are on break time. I'm going to talk to one of the players to ask him how does he feel about the game. Hey, Devin.
Hey, nice
Good to see you again.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you're one of the 6.
Thank you.
How do you feel about the game today?
I'm facing this one of my teammates in the game, so a little bit bittersweet knowing that only one of us will move on. Obviously, both of us are going to try our best, and hopefully I've worked hard enough to move on to the next stage.
And I was wondering, how do you succeed to always stay so calm, so serene during the game?
I have a lot of experience playing in on-ground tournaments, LAN tournaments. I'm very used to the pressure, and I think that gives me an advantage over anyone else. I don't get flustered too easily. That helps me keep a clear mind.
Great. I'm so happy for you, and I wish you all the best for the game. Thank you.
While some people are on a break, others must focus on their work to ensure the live stream remains live and everything is ready for the upcoming matches. While the audio producer cannot leave his seat in order to broadcast music and video on the stream, the art director has to go around checking if the stage is clean and live stream ready. Luckily, the MC of the tournament, Andrew aka Spam and Rice, who was the Axie Infinity Manila Open 2022 champion, has spare time for us.
How are you, Andrew?
Hey, I'm doing good. It's been a pleasure meeting you today. The event's going super well, and I'm having a blast here in Vietnam for the first time.
And what about the fact that usually you play, but now you're the MC? How do you feel about this switch of responsibilities?
It actually feels nice. Being a pro player, it comes with a lot of responsibilities, a lot of time. It's been really refreshing to be on the other side of things, and like I said, I've been enjoying it.
What about the atmosphere of the event?
The atmosphere is amazing. Like, you guys can just pan over for like 2 seconds. Everyone's excited. Everyone's working hard. The pro players are putting on a show. The casters are giving us like 100% energy. So professional, and I can't ask for a better team to work with. And I love it here. Like I said, I might even consider coming back very, very soon.
Wow, nice. We're happy for you.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Axie has inarguably established itself as the leading Web3 game. As if to prove a point, Sky Mavis hosted the Axie World's final tournament in Barcelona last September, furnishing the event with a gigantic $1 million prize pool. For their second act, Sky Mavis followed up with another $1 million splash, this time in the form of a grant to support competitive esports events, enabling Axie competitions to be staged worldwide. Why is Axie so high valued, and what are the rules of play? Let's have a chat with the professionals.
We are meeting the men that keep the live stream alive. I mean, Jeff and Reggie.
Hello, hello. Hello, how's it going? How are you doing today?
I'm great, but it's all about you guys. Can you tell us about the atmosphere of the game today?
I mean, today has been absolutely insane. We've got, we had 8 players yesterday. It was down to 6. Now we're down to 4. It's really starting to get to the nitty-gritty. We're really starting to see the top players shine.
The tension, the excitement, it comes from there, but we feel it up here, and then we showcase that as well during the competition. We try to get in their heads and see what happens during the game and explain all of it to our audience.
How do you communicate the tension with the viewers? And how many people are watching, actually?
So I believe we've gone from 600 to 1,000 plus.
So what we do is we tell the viewers what is happening in front of them. It's a new game. It's a little bit complex, so if you were just to watch, you'd be very hard to understand.
Actually, can you explain a bit the rules of the game for somebody like me who never participated to this game?
I'll give you the basics. Each player gets 3 monsters. They can pick these monsters before they play. Boom. When they come into the tournament, they actually have to pick 10 monsters, and these are the only monsters they will use all weekend long. They can't use any other ones. This is their final choice. All of these monsters have different attributes, different strengths, different weaknesses. So they're trying in their mind to get the matchup they need to get a good matchup, to get an easy win. There's a lot of math, there's a lot of decision making.
So each one of them has a different card. So they allocate to one card in the pool. So for example, if you've got these 3 Axies, all of their body parts become cards, and that's what they play with. So it's like a deck game, a deck building game. Some of these Axies cost 1 ETH, which is how much right now?
About $1,500.
The idea is you knock down all 3 of their opposing Axies.
What is the future of Axie according to you?
With all the support and all the love that we've been getting these last couple days since doing this event, I think we're about to blow this ship up. We're about to take this to the moon. We're going to do huge, huge things over the next year. All I need is the opportunity. They gave it to us once, we took it, and we're ready to do it again.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, for your time and passion and dedication. I think it's time for me to leave you, continue your commenting job, and I hope to see you after.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thank you so much.
That is gonna be the end of player number 1. I'm gonna and it looks like here comes.
Finally, we track down the tournament champion.
Has done it yet again. Congratulations to you.
If there are any doubts that Vietnam is the capital of Web3 gaming, those doubts are about to get squashed, as all signs indicate that the industry is set to keep growing here and esports along with it. And that wraps up this edition of When in Vietnam. We hope you had a great time learning more about esports in Vietnam, as it has a lot of potential. And the time has come to give Vietnamese players and game studios opportunities to develop and go global. When in Vietnam, we'll be back with more stories on the cultural scene. Thank you, and goodbye for now.
I'm gonna cry.
Whoa! Oh wait, my hair. Wait. I will do it like this.